yeah, let's talk a bit about this bike. This right here is the Yamaha FZ1S. It's the fairing version of the Phaser. It's 1000cc. I used to own this same model, same year I think, but I owned it for like 6 months only. I co-own it with an idiot who bought it off Carousel and didn't check the bike properly, and it had so much problem that we wasted money on it. And in the end, with I think 5 years of SCOE more, we deregister the bike and export the bike. So yeah, the idiots I had to deal with. So no regrets there. I learned my lessons. Okay, why I bought Yamaha Tracer GT? Because I like this bike. This is one of my favorite bike. Not really dream bike, but it's one of the, back then when I was more I prefer more sporty stance, and I had less back problem. This is the ideal bike to have, in my opinion. Like people always go for it's always S1000RR, Ducati Panigale, bro. Like mature a bit lah. That one is, how to say, it's those are fantastic bikes. Don't get me wrong, those are amazing bikes. But is it practical? No. So for me personally, I like to find some balance. A bit of dark side, a bit of light side. So a bit of sportiness and a bit of reliability and a bit of comfort. Like well balanced. To me personally, this is the choice. This is the right engine, this is the right size, this is the right weight, it can go the right speed for me. But why did I not buy the Phaser? Because at that point of time, I'm sick and tired of getting shit bike from carousel sellers, people who don't take care of their bike, and when shit almost hit the fan, that the flaws of the bike is still hideable, something that they can hide from buyers. They wash their bike, make it look good, and they post it for sale. These motherfuckers are everywhere. Okay, I've seen a lot of people do this before. So I don't trust others easily. So what do? I bought a first-hand bike. It's a bit of a struggle financially, but I somehow managed without starving myself. You see, I'm still fat. So yeah, that's how I end up with Tracer, because Tracer is the newer version of the Phaser. If I'm not wrong, before the Phaser it was TDM 900. That was an amazing bike also, but it was more gentle. Like this one, quite aggressive. It's a sleeper. It's one of the best sleeper bike ever. But it's getting old and I wanted a new bike. So if any damage happened to my bike, I can only have myself to blame. After riding the Tracer for 1 year, I didn't lose my touch on a fully manual bike. Okay, I like to play with my quick shifter, yes, because I'm lazy. But after riding this bike for 1 full day, on the second day I tested my ref match skill. Not that rusty, smooth my shifting. Not bad. The higher the RPM, the easier it is to put ref match lah, to me personally. because you just whack the throttle. The one easy to rev match. And I prefer gear shifters without quick shifter, because the ones with quick shifter, they tend to like interfere with the movement. Okay lah, this bike quite sporty lah, but it's not too aggressive that I won't want to bring it touring. I would love to bring it touring, but back then when I was riding my own Phaser 1000, the border was closed, so I cannot bring it out. So the only thing I can do with it to have enough fun with it is I ride to Pasir Ris Farmway 3 to this place called Iwarna. It's a fishing pond. I go fishing there. Then I fish until like 2-3 a.m. So when I go home, the road is clear, so I can whack. And then within the first week I owned the bike, I got fined for speeding, because it was my first class 2 bike. And I had experience riding class 2 bikes here and there, illegally, legally, borrowed bike, ride a Malaysia highway, go 200 before, been there, done that, no problem. But when you own your own class 2 bike, especially 1000cc, you tend to get excited more often, because you can use it whenever you want. So that power is literally in your hand, your right hand, whenever you are riding. So as long as your discipline decide to go out the window, and that's where the devil horns come out lah. So keep your demons in control whenever you ride these bikes. It's the only thing keeping you safe lah, your control. The story about me being caught speeding with that Phaser 1000, it was quite a funny one lah. Okay, I was at TPE going towards SLE, at around Jalan Kayu, the very straight road area. I whacked, I think about 210, 220 like that. Short distance, you reach that speed is considered exciting already lah. It's not extreme compared to other super bikes. It's not super scary, because I was still within control. So I stopped applying throttle as soon as I'm going upwards towards the is it flyover or the place where we merge with CTE to enter SLE lah. If you know what I mean lah, it's like the big bend, that one. So I only closed throttle, I didn't brake or anything. So I closed throttle at about 210, 220, and this idiot thinks that the engine brake is at 6th gear is powerful enough to slow down the bike to 90 by the time I enter SLE. It did not. I entered SLE at about maybe 140, and then me, being me, the idiot, entered SLE at a high speed and straight away cut across and go to the first lane like a typical Singaporean cyclist. And the first lane was clear, so I didn't even look at the speedometer. I just, you know, when you open throttle to rev the current RPM and you just cruise at that RPM, that's what I did. Without realizing, I was at 110. And then I saw two very, very large motorcycle headlights coming close right behind me, riding in staggered formation. Both headlights were identical. Both had a very big the head fairing. I did not see the bike because the light was very bright. So I see in my mirror, I only see a big ass headlight and the silhouette of a very big head fairing or head cow. So I thought it's some Harley riders trying to intimidate me, like, hey, get out of the way. And just so happened, I don't like that intimidating method. I don't like to be in that position. So instead of changing lane to the left to give way to them, I pick up speed. So guess what happened after that? Woo! Wow, fuck! The blinker was on, the siren was on. He horned at me like, go to the shoulder now. Like, yes sir. Signal left like a good boy, check blind spot. Every single lane I shift, you know. Signal, check blind spot, shift. Signal, check blind spot, shift. Wow, like back to BBDC, man. Just because I want to look innocent after what I done. And then after I already stopped at the road shoulder, you know, the action abang-abang kind of police officer, you know how fast you were going? No idea, sir. I was still picking up speed. I thought I haven't reached the highway speed, so I still accelerating. You know how much I clocked you when I was behind you? Don't know. Come, I show you at my speedometer. It was 126 kilometers per hour. So you say, you want to ride fast, go Malaysia highway lah. Actually, to be honest, it's not advisable for TP to say that to riders. You are encouraging them to ride high speed. Actually, you shouldn't do that lah. Okay, so what this guy said was, okay, never mind, you admit you were speeding? I say, I guess so. I didn't realize I was going that fast. This is my first class 2 bike. Previously I was riding Fight Hawk. The power difference I cannot feel. This bike 120, like no feel like that. Suddenly 120 already. Oi. Then he say, never mind lah. I charge you at 120 km per hour lah. So it's within the second threshold, I think, of the summon and the points. So I was fined $400 with 8 demerit points. God damn it, I was such a good boy for the next year. Then the next day, guess what happened? Because I stopped at the road shoulder, the next day my rear tire was flat. That road shoulder got paku lah sia. Ada. And at that point of time, the tire that I was using, I believe it was the Bridgestone Battleaxe T32. It was brand new lah, less than 2,000 kilometers. Still brand new. So yeah, that bike, even though I really like it, it felt like shit to ride because of all the problems we had to fix before we actually get to enjoy the bike. So no, at the end of the day, I don't get to fully enjoy the bike. And that's why I bought a Tracer instead of a Phaser. And why I bought the Racer GT instead of the you know, the latest model with too much tech, that one. Because yeah, too much tech, and sometimes too much tech will interfere with your riding if you are not used to using those techs. The first tech that interfered with my riding was the ABS. It's my first bike with ABS, and when I was trying to, you know, make my markings at the car park, the rear wheel refused to lock lah, sir. You know, irritating, sir. I like to tease my friends, when I arrive at the lepak spot, then they are already there. What I like to do is I ride towards them and then I skid in front of them, without falling down, of course. So the first time I did that in front of my friends, without even testing it out first, I almost actually fall down. I almost hit my friend for real. So yeah, no more skidding my rear wheel for me. But front ABS is super useful lah. Rear wheel ABS, I think it's only useful for like what, off-road. Real road application, not really. Okay, that's all for today. Bye.